in here. How y'all doing? Ah, hey Denise, is it Denise? What's up, y'all? Hey Angie, Miss Nista. What's up, Miss G for real? Hey Vita. Hey Aaliyah. Hey Fab Pal. Tiana. Is it Tiana? Tiana? Hey Vaco with 3 olives. What's up, y'all? What's up? Child, we down here to talk about Miss Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore hair care. Kenya Moore hair care. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get in here and then we're gonna go ahead and start. What's up, Miss Honey? 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 Hey, Miss Honey? Yes. Miss Honey. Miss Honey. Honey. I know that's right. What's up, Miss Ebony? Okay, Kenya Moore hair care drum line, baby. I want to see the drums. I want to see the drums in the chat. What's up, Square Biz? Ciao. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started. For those who, if you missed the first few minutes or if you missed this live, then you can watch the replay. The replay will be up. Make sure you set your notifications. What is notifications? I was like, is it a different way to say notifications? No shade. Girl, what is notifications? I was so confused. I was like, well, maybe I literally had to Google the word to make sure that I was pronouncing the word correctly. I really did. I literally Googled the word. Because I was like, girl, have I been saying it wrong? Girl, now, girl, notifications ain't no SAT word. You know what I'm saying? Some words, you got to practice over and over and over before you say them. But I was like, notification. Now I'm saying notifications. Notification, I always felt like that was a word that I was saying the correct way. So I literally Googled the word and I had to listen to the pronunciation. Girl, I was like, hold up, what is going on? And then I had to ask my sister too. I'm so serious. I asked my sister, I was like, girl, is it notifications? Notifications. She was like, hell, I thought it was notifications. I said, girl, me so. I said, not notifications. Girl. Girl. I said, okay, girl. Anyway, so make sure you set your notifications so you know when we going live, okay? Let's girl, I'm so serious, girl. I was so confused. I said, girl, now I know, girl, I might mess a word up here and there, but girl, I feel like simple words, notification. I said, I said, I'm done. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't think, girl, I don't know, John. Anyways, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Kenya. They start off talking about Kenya. Um, okay, Brittany said, okay, come on, Brittany. Carlos said he knows he's saying it wrong. He just saying it, he just like saying it that way. I'm telling y'all, I really do think that Carlos is a troll. Girl, I think Carlos be trolling us. I think Carlos knows at this point what gets the girls talking. right? I think that he says stuff sometimes in his videos that he knows that are gonna like get the girls talking. Yeah, I've been told y'all that though. Anyways, all right. So Kenya, Kenya sucking Apollo's penis. I never believed it. Um, I think there are people out there to this very day who, hey, faith, love, life, and style, who um still believe the lie. Um, I, I she says that Phaedra knew it was a lie, but she still chose to go on like Arsenio Hall and spread the lie. Um, Apollo admitted that it was a lie, but even after Apollo admitted that it was a lie, people still, including Nene, still said that they thought Apollo was lying about lying. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember after Apollo admitted to lying that people were still saying after he lied that he was lying about lying? There's people out there to this very day who still thinks that Kenya tried to give Apollo head. Let's just call, girl, listen, we're gonna have to just get into some stuff today. Because I'm not girl, I'm not supposed to be beating around the bush with nobody. It is what it is. Kenya definitely flirted with Apollo. Okay? She flirted with Apollo. In my head, I think that Kenya also was turning it up a notch for TV. I also think that I have not seen. I'm getting ahead of myself. I also feel like people are leaving out the part where Apollo picked up Kenya. Like I feel like yes, Kenya was flirting with Apollo, but Apollo also picked up Kenya and threw her in the pool. Apollo, I think also did Apollo state that Kenya or did somebody? I don't want. I don't want. I don't want to be on here now. It's been a lot of seasons, but didn't Apollo say that Kenya would be his type or something like that? Or was it? Or was it somebody else who said that Kenya would be Apollo's type? I just don't. But I just can't believe how there are people out there who will still take the word of a two-time convicted felon. Come on, Diva. He said her physicality is his type. There we go. I still can't believe that there are people out there who, to this day, will believe a two-time convicted felon in a woman who did not even know her due date. I don't think Kenya wanted Apollo. I think the only reason why people made it a big deal is because of the way that Kenya looks. We're going to call a thing a thing. I think I'm average looking. I don't think my looks are off the Richter scale. I also think that Lanithia Leaks is average looking. I don't think her looks are off the Richter scale. Now, she done had a little tweaking done to her face, so she look a whole lot better than what she did back in the day. But the reason why people were not concerned about when Nene flirted with Peter compared to when Kenya was flirting with Apollo is because nobody looks at Nene as a threat. See, the thing is, we might be average looking, but Kenya Moore ain't no average looking woman. And the girls know that. I'm average looking. Phaedra average looking, Nene average looking. Kenya Moore ain't average looking, ain't never been average looking, okay? So that's why it went from here to this big old thing. Because of look who it is. It's Kenya Moore. Ain't nobody worried about Nene flirting with Peter. But this right here, oh girl, she's a threat. She's a threat. Which I will never understand. Girl, we just talking today. Which I will never understand. How is it that y'all still think, not y'all, but y'all, shout out to the diva, how some of y'all still think to this day, because I still see the comments. I was looking at the comments earlier this morning. How some of y'all still think that Kenya Moore went and paid for a man, and the man that she decided to pay to be her boyfriend was Walter. We're going to call a thing a thing. I have not seen too many people say that Apollo is a bad looking man. I ain't seen not now punk get on the internet and say that Apollo was ugly. If anything, girl, they got saliva dripping out the corner of their mouths when Apollo pop on the screen. So if Phaedra can pull a nigga that look like Apollo, then I don't know why the hell y'all think that Kenya Moore can't pull something that look better than Walter. Girl, y'all got life all hooked up. Girl. Phaedra is not an unattractive woman. She's an average woman. She's an average looking woman. She's not unattractive. But if Phaedra can pull Apollo, and I ain't seen not one person say that Apollo was unattractive. Everybody I see say Apollo was fine as hell. I don't know why the hell y'all think that Kenya Moore can't pull something that look better than Walter, or why she would pay some money for a nigga that look like Walter. You're what? Hello? Hello, somebody? Girl, what are y'all talking about? I think that people are determined to believe that Kenya Moore had to pay for a man because Walter said she paid for me. Walter said she paid. Phaedra said she paid. Even though Kenya has come out and said, Nene called me and told me blah, 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 blah. Even though Candy has said, girl, Candy and Kenya were talking. New subscriber here. Thank you, Vincent. I had to come through with a super chat for your Michael McDonald impression on your rendition of "On My Way on My Own" a while back. I remember that. Genius. Thanks for always keeping us entertained. Thank you so much. I have never been here for Phaedra. I'm not here for Phaedra. I think Phaedra is a fraud. When she popped up on the scene trying to act like some girl, girl, Phaedra is the church girl. Girl, that's the gag. She is the church girl. But she tried to pop up trying to act like, oh, I need a prayer cloth. And now we look down to the internet, girl. Just 2 weeks ago, she got her whole ass cheeks hanging out. I never saw it for Phaedra Parks. Girl. I never saw it for Phaedra Parks. I think Phaedra is a mess. I think that people know that Phaedra is a mess. I think she's not to be trusted. I don't understand why people think that Kenya, girl, had to pay some man, and then the man who she decided to pay was Walter. Like, y'all really think that if Kenya was gonna pay a man, she gonna go the best looking man that she could snatch up is Walter? Let's call a thing a thing. We just gonna have to call a thing a thing. Attractive women don't have an issue getting a man. Don't nobody have no problem getting no man, okay? Because they ain't hard to get, okay? Girl, I just saw a man and a woman on the corner the other day, homeless, kissing. So anybody can get a man. But we're not going to sit here and pretend that when you look a certain way, that you don't have, you have, girl, you can pull a nigga faster. Even if it's just for sex or whatever. Even if they just want to have sex with you, right? Even if they just want to take you on one date and see if they can get some boochie cat at the end of the night. Kenya ain't never going to have no problem finding no man. So why would she go find a nigga that look like Walter? Walter wasn't a bad looking man either. But girl, he was still, well, you get what I'm trying to say? Like the bad bitches, we're just gonna call it what it is. The bad bitches gonna always be able to get a nigga who look a certain way because they look a certain way. If that makes sense what I'm saying. Anyways. All right. So it took 30 minutes to have a 5-minute conversation. Apollo finally, he told Carlos that he was lying. Carlos convinced Apollo to say it on camera. And that was what it was. I'm done. I'm done. From what I could see from the interview, I don't think Carlos sees it for Phaedra Parks, and I don't think that Kenya Moore sees it for Phaedra Parks. That's what I gathered. In Kenya's head, her and PJ's mama could have been big sis and little. Now this is where Kenya started to lose me. This is where Kenya started to lose me, y'all. Okay. This is what I do believe. I do believe that Portia, at this current time, she doesn't necessarily hate Kenya. I do believe that. I also believe that Portia is a type of person that can be easily influenced and moved by social media. So I think that even when Kenya and Portia were going through what they were going through, I think that Portia knew that a lot of the viewers were on her side when it came to Kenya. And I think that kind of like gassed her up. Kind of like the stunt and show that she pulled with Candace on the Ultimate Girls trip, that whole passive aggressive type of shit that she does. Um I I I can't even get the words out. Like it sounded like Kenya and Carlos were saying that they were actually okay, but when it came to the show, I don't know. It felt like I don't know. I was like, I don't know. Girl, I feel like Kenya and Portia, they don't. Okay, I don't think that Kenya and Portia hated each other as much as we thought that they did. Or either I feel like that's the picture that Kenya and Carlos are trying to paint now. Because I really do believe that at one point, because even on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls trip, when Kenya was in the car with Cal and Cynthia, she pretty much said, "Yeah, I don't fool with Portia." Y'all don't remember that on Ultimate Girls trip when she was in the car with Kyle and Cynthia, and Kyle I think was asking her, like, "Who do you get along with?" And she started naming the people. She was like, "Yeah, everybody except for Portia." So now it's like y'all trying to like, I don't know. I was confused. I was confused. Thank you, Ashley Royale. Phaedra is the real villain. She played with someone's reputation and livelihood for a TV show and never showed any real remorse. She sure didn't. She sure did, and she sure didn't. Okay. Um, I think what happens. I think what happens with Faye. I feel like Phaedra. I feel like Kenya and Portia are the two that will get along off camera, but on camera, I'm not trying to take. I'm not trying to take nothing away from Kenya, but I feel like it's Portia because Portia knows. I think Portia gets fed by the viewers, and I think that Portia feels like I have to put on for the viewers. So even if I don't really have an issue with Kenya, girl, if I feel like I have to have one to satisfy the viewers. That's what I think. Um, the fight or the hair pulling, girl, that would have been enough for me. But I mean, I guess, girl, they get paid a lot of money. Kenya basically said that um oh yeah, they did say that. They did. They did. When they said that when you have the cameras on and the lights, you start to kind of go into overdrive. That's basically I feel like that's what they all do, but I feel like all of them put it into overdrive um when the cameras come on. But I think that Portia she like goes into it, girl. My ear itch. Um so the fight between Portia and Kenya. Um, yeah, Portia's just a violent person. She is. Um, Kenya says that she understands. Kenya says that she understands that now. I think she understands that people have limitations, and everyone is not going to act the same. Act the same in a situation. Kenya felt as if Kenya felt as though because they were in a professional environment and because this was not Bad Girls Club. I feel like some of us have said these things before that girl, this is not, at one point we used to put Bravo above or especially the Real Housewives way above the other girls. You know what I'm saying? So I think that in Kenya's head, she felt like, girl, this is not Basketball Wives. This ain't at the time they didn't have Zeus, but this ain't Zeus. This ain't Bad Girls Club, girl. We're here. We know what we're supposed to do, um, and I don't really have to worry about somebody putting their hands on me. That's what I think Kenya's head was. But then she realized that, girl, oh, some of the girls can't really handle that, and it's usually the girls who can't keep up verbally. We're just gonna call a thing a thing. Portia can't keep up verbally. That's why she always results to popping somebody. We ain't gotta go down the list. But the girls who can't keep up are usually the girls who are not quick. That's just what it comes down to. Um, I also think that as much as people, even to this current day, are saying, oh, like, I just like I remember one time I asked a question, when was the last time y'all got into a fight? Because it's too many of y'all out here, especially like when the Candace and Monique fight happened. It's too many of y'all out here in the comment section talking about y'all would have whooped her, I would have whooped her. I need to like when was the last, are y'all really out there in the streets fighting at 40 and 50 and 35 and 20? Like, are y'all really out there fighting like that? And I asked y'all, when was the last time y'all, and most people were like, oh, when I was 17. Girl, I got into a fight when I was in college, right? I got my last fight was at 23. Girl, my last fight was at 27. Girl, I had to whoop a hoe the other day. Okay, girl, sometimes shit happens. I'm not saying that that fights don't happen. Because I understand that fights can happen at any age, and you ain't never too old to whoop somebody's ass. I completely understand that. What's it up? Make it make sense, Chad. I thought about you. Courtney's Courtney is homeless, not toothless. Let's take up collection. Let's take up a collection of paper clips to help her jury line out. I'm feeling charitable. What's up? Thank you. Um, but I just feel like I really feel like y'all not out here fighting like that. And as much as y'all holler and scream, but and I'm about to say something that's really gonna probably upset some of y'all. It's okay. When I look at some of y'all pictures, I realize that some of y'all are young. And when Kenya said it just depends on who you ask, right? Because the people that are 40 or above, they probably not gonna be down for the fighting. But the people that are, I just feel like y'all not. I just feel like y'all not out here fighting like that. And if you are, you're not walking around bragging about it. Like I just refuse to believe that you 40. Girl, I've never been into a fight. I refuse to believe that you're 40 and 50 and you're fighting at work. Because even though some of y'all might not see it this way, the truth of the matter is this is a job. This is a job. They get hired, they get fired. I know that it's not the type of job that a lot of us have, but nonetheless, it's still a job. So the simple fact that some of y'all be like, oh yeah, if a bitch talk, no, you would not be fighting at your job like that. You're lying. Okay. Now again, like I said, I understand this is not the same type of job that a lot of us have. But girl, y'all not out in these streets fighting like that. So whenever y'all try to be like, oh yeah, Portia needs to whoop her ass, Monique needs to whoop her ass, you not whooping nobody ass. Girl, the last fight you got into was when you was in middle school. But you swore up and down, you out here whooping ass every weekend. And if you are, girl, you ought to be ashamed. Because that's nothing to brag about. At all. It's nothing cute about walking around here telling everybody that you fight every weekend. Okay, you have to whoop somebody's ass because somebody was trying you. Okay. But y'all really be in the comments cutting up. And then I have to look at y'all pictures, no tea, no shade. And I'm like, okay, girl, you walk around here with orange hair, girl, you probably fighting. Sorry. Girl, I see you got I see you got the whole half of your face covered up with tattoos. You probably fighting too. Sorry. I see why you think the way you think. Let me move on. This is why I also did not understand Kenya. Kenya lost me. When Kenya said that she felt as though Portia didn't support her. I was like, girl, I was like, girl, and some stuff, girl, believe it or not, I was looking at Kenya like, girl, why was Portia? That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe in my, this may be the reason. Maybe in my head, I have a different um perception of what their relationship was. Because I never saw Kenya and even the times that Kenya and Portia were cool or trying to be cool, I never really felt like Portia owed Kenya anything and vice versa. So I didn't know why Kenya said in the interview that she felt like Portia wasn't supporting her when she was going through what she was going through. I was like, huh? That's why when she was talking about Portia and her relationship, I was confused. I was like, okay, girl, I guess. You're like, that's what I'm saying. Like the thing is, this is the thing, Kenya. Kenya didn't say nothing that nobody else wasn't saying, but you still said it. So even with you saying that you're Cordell's beard, girl, Kenya, you done said some shit to Portia, and maybe rightfully so. But it still doesn't. Even if Portia started with you first, you still retaliated and said whatever you wanted to say. So I was just confused about her when she was talking about her and Portia's relationship. I really was. I was like, I don't know what Kenya is talking about. Now it's crazy because both of them pretty much went through the same stuff when they were married. Because like they pretty much married the same nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now maybe if Portia and Kenya were cool, then okay. But I don't know. I don't know what type of relationship Portia and Kenya had. Maybe they really were best friends off camera. I don't know. Girl, this is the thing. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Kenya. I feel like Kenya would retaliate a lot of the times. I feel like they would do this to Kenya, and Kenya will come back. Wow, wow, wow. But Kenya, even though I feel like Portia used to fuck with Kenya, and I told y'all that that relationship started because of what Portia said to Kenya being on the curb. Girl, Kenya, you used to work Kenya. You used to work Portia low. You did. Kenya used to wear Portia low. Girl, like she used to wear Portia out. Rightfully so. But it still don't take away from the fact that Portia used to wear Portia, girl, all over Atlanta. That's all I'm saying, girl. Why would you think this girl would be your friend? Like check on you when you was going through your shit with Mark. Kenya used to wear Portia out. Kenya did not start with Portia. Portia started with Kenya. The whole beef started with Kenya and Portia is when Portia told Kenya, "You're on the curb where you belong," and I think it triggered Kenya. But nonetheless, Portia still started with Kenya. Am I lying, y'all? Tell me if I'm lying. Portia started the whole thing with Kenya and Portia. Portia said, "You're on the curb right where you belong." And after that, it was just downhill. Because Kenya got up and left the event. Standing outside, Portia came outside. No, the Miss America comment, I think, frustrated Kenya. And that's when Kenya got up and was like, "Girl, this is a mess." The Miss America comment, I think, was like, "Girl, you don't even know my title." And then also remember, that's one episode the Rest King initiated. But that's what I'm saying, Robert. That's what started. That's why Kenya got. That's what I'm saying. Portia started it, and after that, it just went downhill. Like I think that's the part that y'all be leaving out. Portia started it. It wasn't because of Kenya. Kenya got up and left the party, and that's when Portia ran outside. And that's when Portia told Kenya, "You're on the curb where you belong." Kenya started it. She was jealous because Portia came with a husband. If that's what y'all all said that Cordell was gay. And we know how y'all feel about women being married to men who might be gay. So we know how y'all feel about women being married to men who might be questionable. So why would Kenya be jealous of what y'all say y'all not jealous of? Girl, y'all be making other shit. Girl, y'all be making other shit. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Does Drew and Kenya did Drew and Sonya deserve their peach? She didn't want to say if they deserved it, but she said Apollo. Carlos switched the wording up and said, "Do you think they earned their peach?" Kenya has this thing, and I'm with Kenya. It makes sense now. Where when they were, back in the day, they had to audition. They had to audition. Girl, we need to go back and rewatch. Girl, Quad just kept. Who said that? Let's go back and watch. Let's do a season 5 rewatch review. Girl, Quad has kept what we need to do, and I don't even want to go down this road. What we need to do is go back and rewatch Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we also need to go back and watch Real Housewives of Potomac. Hello, girl. Starting at season 4. Hello, hey, that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do, because a lot of the girls still off when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah. I'ma leave it alone. Girl, I'ma leave it alone. What's up, Stacy? I'ma leave it alone, girl. I'ma leave it alone. Okay. Girl, hit the notification. Make sure, girl, if we do it, hit your notification button. I said, oh, not notification. Girl, it's a notification for me. She feels as though basically they need to earn their peach, and they don't earn their peaches anymore. They basically just, girl, give them a peach. Okay. Did Marlo destroy the last 2 seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Kenya says yes. I'ma say no. I don't think it's fair to put all of that on Marlo. Y'all are an ensemble cast, okay? Everybody has a part to play. Thank you, Miss Nista. Thank you so much. Come on, $20. I think that Marlo is a mess, but I also think that listen, this is what I'm gonna say. We've heard too many stories. We've seen it happen with Candace. We've heard about it with Carlos stepping in, where the producers will stop and be like, y'all need to get it together. I don't think that Marlo has done anything that the producers did not allow her to do. Because if they were doing their job and producing the show like they're supposed to do, then we wouldn't even be in this big old mess. So if you're watching what Marlo is doing and you see that it's not going the way it needs to go, then that's where production needs to step in. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? Like, yes, Marlo is doing the stuff, but why are y'all letting her do the stuff? The same way Candace said, hold the fuck up, where is Eric? She stopped right then and there. It was like, I don't know what y'all hoes trying to do. The same way Candy, no tea, no shade, the same way Candy told us that Eric has stepped into the scene and told them in Portugal that they needed to turn it up a bit. So all I'm saying is, while yes, I believe that Marlo is a mess, I also believe that Marlo is only doing what production allows her to do. Marlo is doing the production's bidding, which is why she's protected. Marlo is, and there we go. Marlo, and the reason why there we go. Come on, let's wrap it up. And the reason why production not stepping in and doing nothing is because Marlo is doing what they want her to do. Marlo is doing what they want her to do. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Yes. So they're not going to step in because they want Marlo to do this stuff. And then when it's time to wrap it up and send it to the TV, we all looking like, girl, what is going on? We all still trying to wonder why the hell is Marlo going off on Candy and Kenya talking about they pussy stank or not stank, or they pussy Candy got bad pussy and Kenya is a hoe, when we're trying to figure out what has happened that has led Marlo to say all of these like vile, disgusting things. You see what I'm saying? But she just says it and we all like, girl, what is going on? Girl, what is that like? I don't think there was one person last year who I felt like some stuff I understood Marlo on. I'm not gonna lie, but I think when a lot of stuff that Marlo does and did, I feel like a lot of us was like, oh, girl, what is she? Girl, I'm so confused. Girl, what's the thing? Girl, what, girl, what did this go? Girl, what did this go? Girl, how do you go from cooking oxtails and beans and rice and plantains to going outside with Sheree talking about Candy got whack pussy? Girl, what did this? Girl, what did this? Girl, you was just in the kitchen cooking oxtails and jerk chicken. Girl, and then all of a sudden, girl, you went outside and started talking about somebody pussy wet. Girl, like, what is going? Girl, what the? Girl, like, what is this? Girl, like, it's that type of shit where it's like, girl, that don't. You're like, what? Yes. Marlo going at Ralph and not adopting Drew's son made sense to me. Yes. Marlo, even though she was, even though it could be hurtful. Marlo saying the stuff that she said to Candy and Todd at that table, I understood because Candy shouldn't have hopped in no shit that ain't had nothing to do with her when as if Ralph needed protection when his wife was sitting right there. So some stuff I be getting where Marlo be coming from. Some of y'all don't be getting it, but I be like, okay, I see. Because girl, it still could be considered wrong, right? For her to say certain stuff. But it's like I get why she went after them or why she responded, but maybe she didn't have to respond that way. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Dion. Thank y'all so much for the cash apps. But I don't think that even with everything that I just said, I just don't. I still don't. I can't put the last two seasons all on Marlo's shoulders. I really can't because the truth is it is an ensemble cast. Now, oh, that was your hello, Mimi kid. Thank you. Now, is this season bad? I don't think. I think production is trash. I think, like I said, I know, that. I think I'm sorry, y'all. I don't. Do I think? Okay, girl, let's just talk. Do I think that there could be one or two people who could lose their peach? Yes. I don't think they should do a recast. I just don't. I just don't. Because as much as y'all holler recast, y'all ain't watching New York. Girl, sorry. Y'all not. Girl, y'all is not watching New York. I'm watching it. We watching it. But the girls is not watching New York. So if I was a producer or an executive at Bravo, girl, why would I do another reboot with her? Y'all asking they didn't watch the one? We just rebooted. Good, no Tina Shay. I like the new cast. No, I'm watching it too. But girl, when they post some ratings, those ratings are saying something else. Girl, them girls is in the 400,000s the other day. I think they finally got over the 500,000 hump. Girl. Now I think that's outside of Peacock and all that stuff, the replay and all that stuff. But girl, they not watching. I just feel like this is what I think. I'm getting ahead of myself. I think that maybe they could get rid of Sheree. Sheree don't add nothing to the show. She don't. They can make Sheree probably a friend of the show. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what needs to happen. This is what I think needs to happen next season. I think that they should demote Sheree or tell Sheree she can go home. And Girl, they may just need to bring Portia back. Now that don't mean that they're gonna get back to no $4 million. I mean 4 million mark because they're not. Because even when Portia was on the show, they was still a little bit over 1 million. But I think that would help a little bit. Because the truth of the matter is, I don't think that people want the show to be recast. Everybody just wants their fave on the show. You see what I'm saying? I want Kenya on the show. Y'all want Portia on the show. Y'all want Nene on the show. I don't think it has anything to do with the reboot. People just want their fave on the show. That's it. I think that it is weird as fuck. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, and no, I'm not. Hold up. Ooh! Woo Child together, Rodney. We're watching Real Housewives of New York to see the rich drunk and whatever that last word. Thoughts, girl, whatever that is. Thoughts, girl. But yeah, I don't think they need to do a reboot. I don't. I think maybe they can bring Portia back. Courtney doesn't need to come back. And another thing too, I want to say, I understood what Kenya was saying about the fights. I think what happened, this is where I think some of us start to have a disconnect. Because I think that some people have made up in their minds that everything that Kenya does on the show is fake. Her marriage was fake. Her baby is fake. Matt was fake. Girl, Walter was fake. Everything Kenya does is fake. So when Kenya starts to speak and she's saying, girl, I can't do this fakeness. Girl, like Courtney, you come onto the show. Girl, like what basically I think what I hear Kenya saying is when I had an issue with any of these women, we really had an issue. When I had an issue with Nene, girl, we had an issue. When I had an issue with Phaedra, we had an issue. When I had an issue with Portia, we had an issue. Courtney, we ain't got no issues, but girl, you just want to fight. And I think Kenya said her whole thing is, girl, I'm not about to fight you just to be fighting you when it don't make no sense. Because let's just call a thing, y'all. Everybody was, girl, confused when Courtney first came onto the show, and nobody could understand why was Courtney and Candy fighting. Now, am I lying? Tell the truth and shame the devil. There were too many people online confused about why was Candy and Courtney going back and forth. So I think in Kenya's head, girl, if we're going to fight, it needs to make sense. Kenya wants it to be organic. Shout out to Nene. Like she said, when we were a mess, we were a real mess. Girl. Bitch, when we wasn't getting along, we really wasn't getting along. Y'all just want to come in and just start fighting, and I'm sitting back like, girl, why do you want to fight? Like, girl, we ain't even got no issue. I think that's what Kenya was saying. That's what I think. Like I said, I don't agree with her with saying that Marlo just ruined the show the last 2 seasons. No. Right. And we all know that Courtney wants to come onto the show, and you want to fight with Kenya because, girl, we're going to call a thing, girl. You want to fight with the queen, girl. You want to argue with the queen. And Kenya said, I'm not helping you get no peach because God knows what you're trying to do. And what you said don't make no sense. We haven't even had no issues to lead up to us getting into a verbal altercation. So why would we just out the blue just start going toe to toe? She wants a Kenya Dillon experience. Like it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't to me. Kenya talks about her never girl. At one point, I thought Kenya was about to start crying. Girl, like a knot is in my head. At one point, it looked like Kenya was about to start crying. She talked about never feel. She talked about never. They need to fire truly original. Yep. She talked about never feeling protected. I'm gonna say this. Let's just call a thing a thing. Cause girl, I don't want to be in her all night. Kenya is drawing the line in the sand when it comes to her and her business relationship with Bravo, or at least with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. What I gathered from Kenya is her basically saying, if production doesn't change, then I'm out. I don't care how you feel about Kenya Moore. But the truth is, up until probably last year, Kenya has always shown up to work. Even when Kenya came back after she had her baby, Kenya came back and put all her business on Front Street. It's not one season where you can't tell me Kenya didn't show up to work. Hell, the only reason why we even had a season with Bolo Gate was because of Kenya. I don't know no other way to say this, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If they choose Marlo over Kenya, I know at that point, girl, they don't give a fuck about that show. Because how dare you allow Kenya Moore to walk away from the show because you feel some need to protect Marlo Hampton, who, when it comes to the show, as a housewife, low key, she is a hot ass mess. Marlo can't even do a decent interview. Y'all got Kenya Moore going around the whole country doing promo for this show. I'm just saying, I get why Kenya will be frustrated because Kenya has given a lot to the show. Y'all have not protected her like y'all protect Portia. Let's call a thing a thing. Like y'all, like they will go out of their way to protect Portia. Like you're going out of your way to protect Kenya. Kenya would have to get on that stage every reunion, damn near by herself, and go toe to toe with damn near most of or half of the cast, including the niggas. Okay? And that's why no tea, no shade, not to bring Candy in this. That's why I say I always had respect for Kenya because Kenya, not respect for Kenya for her, not, no, I take that back. I take that back. I always, well, I guess I kind of did. It's kind of fucked up, but I like the fact that with Candy, she gonna run down and speak on it to clear her name. Kenya was like, girl, it is what it is. I'm just gonna go to work. I know these hoes don't fuck with me. I'm gonna get my money and go on about my business. If that makes sense what I'm saying. I think now Kenya is done with that shit. I think it would be a mistake to keep Marlo and let Kenya walk away. Now, if you want, if you just don't want Kenya, that's fine. But I know y'all not gonna let Kenya walk away and keep Marlo. Marlo ain't did that much in the last 2 years as a housewife that will make you think that girl she can just run this show. Kenya has never tried to clear up a scene. She hasn't. Whatever the scene was is whatever the scene was. Girl, this is her first time. And that's why for me, if Kenya did not return next season, I would be okay. I would be okay because I felt like for me, this part two of the reunion was Kenya calling it for what it was, calling out production, calling out the favoritism, right? I felt like if Kenya did not come back for Sweet 16, I would say, girl, it's okay. I would be okay with that. Because I feel like Kenya done said what she needs to say. It is what it is. We know what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. The truth of the matter is, Candy can't be the star of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's just say Kenya does leave, and they bring somebody else in. Unless it's an old head, Sheree can't be the star of the show. Candy can't be the star of the show. Drew can't be the star of the show. Sonya can't be the star of the show. Girl. Marlo can't be the star of the show. I don't think Portia can either. I think with Portia it would be like a bad girls club. No tea, no shade. I think it would be her, it would be Shamia, and some of her other friends just twerking and throwing ass in a circle every Sunday. I really think that's what it would be. That's what I think it would be. It would just be a party show. Um, the desperation for Marlo reeks, she says. I believe it does too. Um, she talked about Marlo having a chairlift in her house. Girl, Marlo got a chairlift in her house, y'all. Um, girl, when she said Courtney needs to worry about why she talking out the side of her girl, why she talk sideways when girl, when Kenya said Courtney needs to worry about why she talking sideways, bitch. Ow! She said Courtney needs to work when she said Courtney needs to worry about why she over there pinning safety pin. She said paper clips together, calling it a jewelry line. When she said, bitch, when she said that Courtney pretty much talked like girl, the Rugrats, Angelica, wasn't that Angelica? Girl, when she said, girl, now, come on, tag me in, Kenya, tag me in, bitch. Courtney over there talking like your ass is Angelica, girl, part of the Rugrats, girl, mouth all lopsided, girl, all to love, girl. Girl. That's why I ass side. Girl. She said Courtney was sleeping, girl, that when Courtney was sleeping on somebody's couch. Girl, it was a talking sideways. When she said Courtney be talking sideways, I said bitty bitty bum bum. I said, oh my God. Girl, she was wearing Courtney ass out. Girl. It may be hard to work. It may be hard to work with behind the scenes. Thank you, Kelly. Um, Kenya says that she cursed everybody out at in Portugal. She says that she went off because this is the thing. Let's say something. Girl, there we go. That's what I'm saying. Like Portia wasn't girl, no tea, no shade. Can we call a thing a thing? And I know y'all know I don't too much care for Portia. Girl. So girl, I don't girl. But the truth of the matter is Portia couldn't even be the star of her own spinoff show. And the show literally had her name in the title. Dennis, her baby daddy, was the star of Portia's spinoff show. Portia went over there, got her own spinoff show just for nobody to like her. That's what I be telling y'all. Y'all be thinking that people, y'all, this is the thing. Girl, I'm about to go to a whole rant. This is the thing. I believe that people don't really support these women like that. They only like them because they're in conflict with somebody who they don't like. What's the saying? An enemy of mine is a friend to me, or something like that. Because whenever the popular housewives get a spinoff show, y'all either find out that y'all don't like the housewife, or either y'all don't support. I have told y'all this. Portia got a spinoff show. Girl, come to find out y'all couldn't stand Portia. Y'all love Dennis. No tea, no shade. Monique went over to OWN. Y'all said Monique got her own show. Come to find out, y'all couldn't stand Monique. Am I lying? Am I lying, y'all? Am I lying? Y'all couldn't stand Monique. Y'all didn't like the way she talked to her husband. Y'all thought she was mean to her husband. Y'all thought she disrespected her husband. Y'all couldn't stand Monique. Y'all didn't like Candace. Y'all never fuck with Monique like that. Okay? Look at Karen. The most they could come up with was Karen in her form. Y'all swarming down that Karen was this girl. Karen get her own spinoff show. Honey, y'all ain't even watch. Y'all ain't even watch. So that's why I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all be thinking that the popular girls can go off and do their own thing when they can't. Because y'all don't fool with them like that. Girl. Y'all just fool with them because y'all didn't like Kenya. Okay? Y'all just fool with Monique because y'all ain't like Candace. But when it really came down for y'all to support the girls, girl, y'all don't support them like that. Look at Phaedra. Y'all swarping down, y'all love Phaedra. But girl, I ain't heard none of y'all going up for Phaedra on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. When she went down to Dubai, y'all didn't watch that episode. When she was on Marriage Boot Camp or Love and Hip Hop Boot Camp, whatever, girl, I never saw y'all talking about Phaedra then. I'm just saying, y'all, I feel like I'm telling the facts. I feel like I'm telling the facts. Karen had a spinoff that was like 2 or 3 episodes. And it was about her family's farm. But the people swore up and down that Karen is the girl, but y'all didn't even watch the show. Thank you, Feel Good. I ain't never liked that Alpha Monique. Thank you, Feel Good. It was 2 episodes. 2 episodes. And I told y'all when I first saw Karen, no tea, no shade. When it first got out that Karen had a special, girl, I said, girl, what in the fuck? Karen is a Kiki. Karen is good for Real Housewives of Potomac. But in real life, outside of that, nobody want to see Karen and Ray. Nobody want to see Raven. And the sun don't even come around. So how is Karen going to have a special, a spinoff show? Thank you, Legs. Rough day today. I needed this good Kiki. Thank you so much, Legs. Like, girl, for real though. What we gonna watch Ray taking 30 minutes to get up 5 stairs? No tea, no shade. Shout out to Ray. Ray can't even walk upstairs. Ray is a lovely man. Karen had to help Ray get up the stairs when it was in the improv. Ray talked too slow for me. Girl, come on. I need the girls. I need the show to keep going. Girl, we gotta sit here and wait. We gotta wait 5 minutes for Ray to say 3 lines. Ray is a delight. Girl, he is. I done tried to tell y'all this. Y'all don't want to listen to me. I know y'all gonna say I'm saying this because I'm biased, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyways. Candace would have a good spinoff show. She really would. Candace would have a good spinoff. When you factor in her sister, her mama, shout out to Mama Dorothy. Hell, that's a show right there. Because you know that sister don't play with that mama like that. Okay? And then you factor in Chris and the mama, and then you bring in some of Chris' white family. Girl, Candace has a spinoff show. She really does. Those kids, yes. But the people don't want to see it because y'all be back and forth with if y'all like Candace or not. But Candace would have a great spinoff. Wendy could have a great spinoff. Following Wendy in her career, being a professor, girl, being a political commentator, bringing her mama, who over the top, her children, bringing some of Wendy's friends, bringing Wendy's sister. Girl, they really have, this is the thing. They're not going to give the girls who really could have good spinoff shows because they feel like it may not work out because they may not be popular with the public, which I can kind of understand, that I'm not going to lie. Like, why are we going to waste our time filming something that they're not going to watch? But the girls who they give the spinoff shows to, it don't work because they think that, oh, girl, they're popular. So then when they get their own shit, it's going to translate, and it doesn't. Because the people really don't fuck with them like that. I'm sorry. Girl. Thank you, Lovely Brown. Thank you so much. You pushing it with Wendy. I think Wendy could have a good show. But I think out of all of them, Candace really could have a great spinoff. I really do believe that. I really do believe that. But they're not going to give her one. But they should. Yes. And then you got Eddie's family, who he don't fuck with. But I'm sure he got some cousins or something. I'm just saying, y'all. Okay, let's move on. Oh yeah, Kenya cursed out everybody in Portugal because she basically said that they were ruining the show. That's what it is. Kenya, this is what it this what it is. Kenya has been sitting back, right? And she been trying to get into it with the girls, right? But then it's like, girl, this ain't working because you got Marla over here pulling stunts and shows. Courtney, girl, you a mess. Girl, Drew, quiet as it's kept. We know because Candy told us that whole scene with you and Sheree was fake as hell. That's why even when it happened, I said, girl, I didn't think Candy was wrong because I didn't understand why the fuck Drew had a whole breakdown over $1,000 anyways. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Girl, you're not breaking down like that over $1,000. Girl, $1,000? Girl, you having a whole mental breakdown over $1,000? Then y'all wonder why people be saying Drew be acting, because Drew do be acting. Okay. They cut Kenya's storyline. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all the truth. As I've been watching this season unfold, I did realize that Kenya wasn't in as many episodes. Or when she was in an episode, it would be right. Girl, this is no tea, no shade. I think that it is disrespectful to have someone like Kenya who has given so much to the show and then not to even respect her business enough to even show us that was her storyline, and y'all cut her storyline out. Y'all cut that lady's storyline out to have Sheree have a fucking sip and see. I love the babies, I love the kids, but the truth of the matter is, girl, we did not need that fucking party from Sheree. The truth of the matter is we didn't need that fucking mental health day from Drew and her sister. No tea, no shade. That was a waste of fucking time. That was outside stretching, girl. They did one stretch, girl bent over, lifted up a leg, and then went inside, sat in Indian style, girl drunk a couple of green teas, and girl ate, and then went, girl, what is we doing? Did nobody come? They all outside acting like they working out. Girl, I see Chanel belts. I see tight ass skinny jeans. Y'all are not coming to work out. Okay, girl, whatever. The simple fact that we are not able to see, girl, all the foster care event. Yes. Thank you, Demi in the city. Out of all the housewives, Kenya is the most intriguing. I mean, all the housewives. Thank you. I just think it's disrespectful. It really is. How dare you, after 10 or 11 seasons that I've been on this show, I have a storyline about my business and you chop it out because you want to show Sheree having a sip and see for her grandchild. Nobody didn't ask for that. Did nobody ask for no fucking sip and see? What? Todd, listen. Todd has more of a storyline than Kenya does because that's Todd's movie. Candy is just supporting her husband. So the simple fact that we have followed Todd's storyline from the beginning of the season all the way to the end, and that ain't even Candy's story. That's Todd's movie. Am I lying? Am I lying, y'all? Y'all better tell me if I'm lying, if I'm telling the truth. Hey, Rebecca. Am I lying? That's Todd's storyline. That ain't Candy's movie. And Todd had a whole fucking storyline the whole season. But y'all can't even show Kenya opening up her spa. The disrespect. And then the most interesting thing at last week's episode was us finding out that Bob had a daughter. They trying to phase Kenya out. They are. This probably Kenya last season. It probably is. And then the word on the curb is, girl, that a reunion is allegedly only 2 episodes. 2 parts. That's what they saying. Girl, I listen. I don't think that one person can stop a business from functioning. I don't believe that. People quit jobs every day. And girl, life still goes on. But girl, if Kenya leaves after this season, honey, girl, in real life, I'm not trying to say that Kenya, girl, make the world go round. But girl, if Kenya leaves after this season, girl, they really should just hang it up flat screen. Because nobody else is going to be able to carry that show. I know y'all don't think Marlo is. It is 2 parts. Shut the fuck up. That means that Kenya went there and crossed her legs the whole time. That means Kenya went to that reunion and crossed her legs the whole time. Girl, shut up. I didn't know if it was true or not. Okay, girl, they say it's 2 parts. They say it's 2 parts, y'all. I feel like it's a little different between Nene and Kenya because Kenya always worked. Kenya worked. Nene stopped working. Like Kenya said, the last 3 seasons that Nene was on the show, Nene would just show up and cross her legs and stand against the wall and just be mad. Nene wasn't working. Kenya has always worked. Kenya stopped giving what she was giving once she realized what them hoes was doing last year. Candy not walking away. They're gonna have to fire Candy. I feel like Kenya, like Carlos said, she's the most underappreciated housewife. I feel like she is. Love Kenya, hate Kenya, girl. You can't stand the ground Kenya walk home. You can never deny what Kenya has brought to the show. Never. And if you do, girl, that's just a bold-faced lie. You can hate Kenya all you want to. You cannot sit here to my face and tell me that Kenya has not brought it to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nobody can never say that to me. Not to me. Because at that point, I'm just going to tune you out. Girl, you listen. You hear me? No. I stopped listening because you started talking crazy. You ain't got to like Kenya. Because Kenya has brought a lot to that show. She really has. Um, I put if this is Kenya's farewell. I put if this is Kenya's farewell interview, I would be okay. Shout out to Team Twirl. I would be okay if Kenya left. I mean, I got no choice. But I would be okay if I didn't see Kenya back on Real Housewives of Atlanta next season. I would be okay because I feel like Kenya has let the people know, girl, this is what's going on. Either you gonna get it together with, and I feel like this is what I feel like too. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like Kenya, even though Bravo could very well be upset at what Kenya did, I think that Kenya did a good job at not going necessarily after Andy or NBC or Bravo. I think she took her issues. I think she called out production. Like production can be replaced. You see what I'm saying? I feel like that's another difference between Nene and Kenya. Kenya, she was tiptoeing on that line, girl. She was tiptoeing on the line. You know what I'm saying? But she never crossed it and like went right after Andy and the other girls. Now they still could feel some type of way because she's going after production and that's who they hired, I guess. Why? Right. So they could still be upset, right? Because it's like, girl, you still going after production though, and that's kind of like, would you still recap the show? I would have to see what it's given in the trailer. I would have to see what it's giving in the trailer. I really would. Yes, there we go. Kenya went after business practices. Nene went after people personally. Boom. There we go. Come on, William. That's exactly what it was. Kenya is not satisfied with the business side with production. Nene was on a. Let me shut up. We're not even going back to what Nene said. That's why I feel like it's a slight difference. She was double, honey, baby. She was tipping. She was tipping on that line. But I felt like she never necessarily crossed it. But I also could see Bravo still being pissed off. But I think at this point, Kenya's like, girl, it is what it is. Like, girl, y'all don't respect me. Y'all don't respect anything I brought to this show. And then y'all cut my scenes out this season too. I think Kenya probably know, like, girl, it's probably a wrap. Girl, it is what it is. But yeah, that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa, for the cash app. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And then yeah, that was pretty much it, child. Girl, I got a few more minutes. And then I'm gone. What else? Is that it? If they brought on a new cast, it is what it is. You know, like I said, I would look at the trailer to see what's going on. Girl, where you going? Girl, I think Truly Original is a mess, and I think that Eric Man is a mess. Why did they cut the spy? I don't know. I guess they're trying to phase Kenya out. Girl, we literally saw Kenya sitting in we literally saw Kenya sitting in an empty space for about 2 minutes with her homegirl, and that's the last time we heard about that storyline. Because for whatever reason, they have something invested in Marlo. I could see if Marlo was. This is the thing, y'all. Like I've said, I didn't want Marlo to lose her peach because it was just like secondhand embarrassment for me. Because it's like, ooh, girl. I used to say this. I said this last year. I don't want Marlo to lose her peach because it's like, girl, she just got it. Because it's embarrassing. Like, girl, she just got this peach after 10 years and now they're going to snatch it away. But the truth is, Marlo was a better fit as a friend of the show. She was a better fit. I just don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know why they invest. I don't know why they're trying to invest so much in Marlo. That's the thing. Like, if Marlo was a good housewife, I could see it. But Marlo's not like a good housewife. So I don't know why y'all are even playing this game with potentially losing a great housewife over someone who's not a good housewife. Kenya is a great housewife. Marlo is not a great housewife. So why would you even play that game? And even if you kept Marlo, girl, you need to get new production. Even if you still kept all the girls, I feel like they need to get that production is a mess, y'all. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all don't like the girls, that's fine, but I really think it's production. I do. I do. It's no different than like a football team or a basketball team. Like, you need good players, yes, and you need a good coach. It's no different than girl working at the mall. You need good sales associates, but you need a good manager. I feel like they have decent players. I don't feel like they have a good coach. I just don't think they have a good coach. What's up, always, Amara? Yes. Like when you had Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and all them other niggas on the same girl, you still had Phil Jackson as a coach. Like, girl, it's like a team effort. But the truth of the matter is, whenever something happens, who gets tapped first? Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Whenever something happens, who gets tapped first? The employees, the sales associates, or the manager? If the team isn't winning, they're not going to go to the team. They're going to the coach. What the fuck are you doing? If the sales associates are not selling, they're not going to the sales associates. They're going to the department manager. What the fuck is your team doing? Hello? If the logistics department is not boxing up packages as fast as they should, they're not going to the department. They're going to the logistics manager. Hello, what are you doing? They tapping. Hey, come here. This is how in my head I was working. If the football team is not winning, they're not going to the football team. They're going to the coach and the assistant coach. Girl, what is y'all doing with the team? So in this instance, girl, production. What are y'all doing? And then production, how it always happens, the manager gets tapped and then they go talk to the sales associates. Hey, we need to get it together because we're not performing right. But that's how it usually works. They always talk to the manager first. They talk to the department lead first. Because you're responsible for the team. You're responsible for making sure that the team shines. And if the team is not up to standards, then girl, we need to have a conversation with you. So that's why I feel like production needs to go. Because in any other scenario, bitch, the manager will be fired first. Okay? Or before the manager got fired, they would tell the team, you need to step it up, you need to step it up, you need to step it up, and and if you don't step it up, then y'all hoes is gone. But it still ultimately falls on the manager. Because your job is to manage this team. And I don't think that Truly Original is managing the team. I really don't. I don't think they're doing a good job. So because you're not doing a good job, then you're going to have to go. And we're going to have to find someone else to come over here and do what needs to be done and whip the team into shape. I don't know shit. Truly need to go. And if truly doesn't have, if truly doesn't have what it takes to realize who's who's a great member of the team, that still falls on them. You know how sometimes have your manager ever told you, girl, you gonna go before I go? You know how like your manager tell you, girl, you gonna go before I go, right? Because they done told me I'm getting in trouble because y'all not doing what y'all supposed to do. So, girl, in order for me to keep my job, I need to come in here and say, bitch, you need to get it together. You need to get it together. Oh, girl, you gonna go because I'm not losing my job. That's how I look. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. But it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Marlo's not giving anything. This is the thing with Marlo. Marlo is just causing chaos and confusion. It's you know who you. Come on, Rodney okay, girl, I need to set up my rates, girl, because the girl like you know what I think it is too, y'all. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that, but I'm not gonna say. But I just need them to get it together. I need to get together like Mona Scott could get the show into shape because Mona Scott gonna make them go there. Yep, Mona Scott would. Somebody put Rodney on a conference call to Bravo Corporate. Girl, yes, always American girl. Like, what is going on? This is what I want to say. Thank you, Davina Humphrey. Thank you so much. Love your lives, but Kenya is here to stay. Girl, hold up. I was just about to say something. Oh, and this is another thing I want to say too. Sometimes chaos and confusion can be good, but I feel like it needs to make sense. Let me give you an example. When Kenya came onto Housewives, Kenya, bitch, came in full force, baby, girl, wrecking shop, right? Girl, had all the girls working, girl, came in, was girl, I'm here. People think that Kenya was lying. I don't think Kenya was lying. Compared to like somebody like Mia. Shout out to Mia Thornton. Like when Mia came into the Housewives world, she just came in lying. Girl, just lying, just lying, just lying. So it's like I think that sometimes people look at it like, oh, girl, they're giving good TV, but it's like, girl, she lying though, and nothing she said making sense. Like last year, quiet as it's kept, I said this. Marlo was giving us something to talk about, but after we finished the conversation, we also came to the realization that, girl, what Marlo was doing didn't make no sense. Like, girl, yeah, you giving us something to talk about, and yeah, we talking about it on Twitter, but girl, we're also saying, girl, what you're doing doesn't make sense. And then that's when the critiques start to come in. And that's when people start to say the show is a mess. And that's when people start to say, y'all need to get fired. Because after we talk about you saying Candy pussy is whack, then we like, oh my God, girl, Marlo said Candy pussy was whack. And then we're like, girl, why did she say Candy pussy was whack? It's like a girl. Why did she say that though? Why did she say that though? That's what Marlo does. It's like a shock. It's like a shock. What is it? Shock value. And then after we come down from her saying something outlandish, we all looking like, well, why she say that? That don't even make sense. Why did you even say that, Marlo? Miami is well produced. Yes. Yes. And the stuff makes sense. And they follow through with the storylines. Yes, there we go. Kenya made everyone step up their game. Everything Kenya did made sense. You may not have liked it. She may have put 20 on 10, but it still made sense. Yes. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes she put 30 on 10. Sometimes she put about 35 on 10. Sometimes 40. Okay. But we still got it though. Okay. What's up, LTV Productions? We still got it. We knew she was doing a lot. But it made sense though. Oh, girl, you doing a lot. Hey, that's my girl though. That's my girl. But girl, you did okay. Oh, girl. Like the cookie lady. I said about the cookie lady. I got why Kenya was pissed off at that cookie lady. Because Tanya tried it. You trying to make it seem as though, girl, something about the infertility, whatever that was issues that Tanya may have been having. But girl, like I also said, girl, bitch, me and Kenya would have told that restaurant to shreds if that bitch would have brought some bitch and set her in front of my face. Girl, I said, bitch, Kenya is girl. Kenya went and got a side hoe. And Miss Thing brought a batch of cookies. Girl, Miss Thing brought a batch of cookies. What's up, Life Mixed Up? Anyway, child. I'm just telling the truth. Phaedra, I mean, she is. I said I'm average looking too. And they ate them cookies. And they ate the cookies and said the cookies was good. That's the gag. They ate the cookies and said the cookies were good. That was the gag. They said the cookies was good. Baby. They said them cookies was good as hell. Girl, y'all watching Real Housewives? Girl, I'm about to start some shit up. Y'all watching Real Housewives of Potomac? Girl, I'm still trying to decide what I'm gonna do. Are y'all watching? I'm like the only thing that's really gonna piss me off is if I see Robin in the opening credit. I think Robin should be demoted. I'm trying to figure like if Robin is in the opening credits, I'm gonna be pissed off, and I think that's gonna determine whether or not I don't think Robin should get fired. I don't have no issues with Robin, but I think fair is fair. And if everybody else is getting demoted around town for not bringing personal storylines, because from what they said, Portia, and y'all know I'm the last one to defend Portia. Girl, from what they said, Portia didn't bring her personal storyline. That's why she got demoted. Well, what the fuck did Robin bring? Hello, somebody? Because she didn't bring her personal storyline either. And y'all know I ain't even trying to, but right is right and wrong is wrong. If Kenya got demoted for not bringing her personal storyline, hello? Oh, girl, here we go. Real talk, too. Do you think that Kenya provoked the reunion fight between her and Portia? Do you think the scepter and the megaphone were provocative and invasive? This is what I think. I think that because Kenya thought that they were not on the Bad Girls Club, I think that Kenya thought that she would be okay. I don't think Kenya would have pulled that stunt over at Zeus with Evelyn Lozada. I don't think she would have pulled that stunt. I mean, at VH1, Basketball Wives. I don't think she would pull that stunt. I think because we all thought that the Bravo girls were like above. I felt like that's what a lot of people think. I think a lot of us used to look at the housewives like girl, now we know they really low-key ain't no different. But I think at one point we all felt like the Bravo girls, they were above the other girls. Sorry. I know that sounds fucked up to say, but I don't think anybody would put the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Basketball Wives in the same sentence. So I think that Kenya thought that she was safe, right? And then I think she found out afterwards, oh, I'm dealing with a baddie. No Tina Shay. Because my thing is this. We, to this day, people say that Phaedra had the best read of all time. Even though Phaedra was talking about someone who could have possibly been having problems having a child. Nobody cared. They just cared about the fact that they felt like Phaedra had the best read. To this day, we still quote shit from Nene. So it's hard for me to sometimes understand how technically the scepter was in Cynthia's face. If we're gonna be, I mean, girl, Cynthia. This is Cynthia. This is a scepter. I just, I just don't think that Kenya thought it would go there in that type of environment. I think that Portia has shown us time and time and time and time again that when it comes to self control, she has none. And because she does it, because she lacks the words, she always results to putting her hands on people. She did it with Kenya. She did it with Cynthia. She did it with her assistant. She did it with Dennis. She was throwing plates across a room. She was breaking Bravo's equipment. So I think I could probably grasp it if it was a one and done. But because we have example after example after example after example after example with Portia, it's kind of like, girl, you just a mess. You just a mess. You just a mess. I don't think I'm avoiding the question. I don't. I think I answered the question. I'm saying that because they were in that environment, I think that Kenya thought that she was safe. No. I think that if I'm sorry, I think because in my head, I don't think that nobody ever thought that they would be tussling on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I didn't think that it would come across as invasive. I don't, because of the environment. Girl, this is just a part of the show. I don't think Kenya was wrong. No, I don't think Kenya was wrong. If anybody should have been pissed off, it should have been Cynthia. If anybody should have been fighting, it should have been Cynthia. Because she was in Cynthia's face with that bullhorn. She was in Cynthia's face with that scepter. When she said, "Ho, shut, girl, you are a dumb hoe, shut up." Who you think that was? Whose face was she in? Was she in Cynthia's face, or was she in Portia's face? You are a dumb hoe, shut up, girl. That was at Cynthia. It's just that girl Portia couldn't keep up. Like I said, I think that if Kenya was with the basketball wives, she probably wouldn't have pulled that. Because we know them heifers on basketball, they like to fight and they jump on tables and they throw bottles. Do that make sense what I'm saying? I think it's kind of like you know when people say pick your battles? I think Kenya thought she was picking her battle. Because we not like those ghetto hoes over there. That's basically what I'm trying to say. That's what I think Kenya head was. We not ghetto like them hoes over there. Girl, we know we're here to do a job. And we know we're here to read and shade each other. Girl, you can't keep up, so you got mad. It ain't got nothing to do with this scepter that was in Cynthia's face. It ain't got nothing to do with this bullhorn that was in Cynthia's ear. You just can't keep up with me. I don't think Kenya would have pulled that stunt on Basketball Wives. Because, again, it's the environment. I don't think Kenya was wrong. I don't. I think Portia was wrong. And Portia has shown us time and time again that Portia lacks emotional intelligence. She lacks self-control. This was not a one and done. So her excuse for Kenya was the scepter was in my face. The excuse for Cynthia was what? The excuse for running down an alleyway chasing her assistant was what? Even when she went to that party, low-key trying to fight Dennis' ex-girlfriend, remember they retold the story? Was what? Her excuse for throwing plates across the room was what? Girl, at some point the excuses is bullshit. But I don't like Portia, so maybe I'm biased when it comes to this. Okay. She called Kenya a dumb hoe and a slut from the 90s. I don't think Kenya was wrong. There we go. Come on. Portia doesn't even think she was justified. She apologized, but y'all want Kenya to be accountable for provoking. And Kenya hasn't repeated her behavior. Has Portia repeated hers? Boom. You know how they say the best apology is change behavior? That was a one and done for Kenya. We ain't never heard of Kenya trying to bring stuff back onto the set. They said no more stuff. She said, okay. We ain't heard of her saying, girl, fuck them. I'm still going to bring my shit next year. Portia, on the other hand, that was not a one and done. Portia is a mess. I've been told y'all about that. Kenya wasn't allowed to bring props after that, but I don't think she tried to. You know how like they said they wasn't allowed to bring drinks on set, but Kim Zolciak still walked her white ass out there with a drink in her hand. That's what I'm trying to say. Even though they said this is the rule, Kenya still didn't try and bend the rule. She said, "Okay, I'm done." They said we can't drink. Kim Zolciak still walked her ass out on set with a red cup glued to her hand. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say? In the words of Nita, did you see me choke someone on camera? Thank you, Nia, Rodney. They just want an excuse for Peach just to hit people. That's all I feel like it is too. PJ Mama could have handled that with Kenya. Could handle that. Couldn't handle that Kenya was giving her that work. They always forget that Kenya reaction never started. PJ Mama always fighting. Exactly. I think that's what it is too. I said that I don't think she was being invasive. I said it. I thought I said no. She wasn't. She wasn't being provocative or invasive. That's what I thought I said. Kenya was wrong for pulling out the chair. Kenya has apologized. He not gonna. He not gonna. Yeah, he not gonna. He not gonna. He's not gonna interview Phaedra because he don't fuck with Phaedra. I'm not saying Kenya always right. Portia's married a multimillionaire. She's fine. I don't know what that. I mean, I guess. Girl, Ax's girl. X time is previous three ex wives. No tea, no shade. I'm gonna leave Portia and Simon alone. No, she's not right all the time. No, no. I think what it is like we can say that we feel like Kenya was wrong for touching Kim Field's chair, which she was, right? So I feel like we can acknowledge when we think that Kenya was wrong, because sometimes we just don't agree when we think Kenya was wrong. But I think we can acknowledge and sometimes agree when we think that Kenya was wrong. I think the other side, the people who really probably go up for Portia like that, literally Portia is the most violent person out of the housewives, probably. Not even probably, she is. She is. What other housewife has done as much as what Portia has done? Who else? Who else? I'm sorry. I'ma say. I hate to say it. Teresa ain't no big bad wolf like the people try to make her. Teresa ain't gonna do shit. Yeah, Teresa flipped the table. Yeah. Teresa ain't never put. Technically, Teresa ain't never really put her hands on nobody. With the flipping table, it's like, okay, yeah, Teresa did flip a table, but it's like, girl, ain't nobody scared of Teresa. Teresa ain't gonna do shit. Teresa has a bad temper, but Teresa ain't gonna put her hands on nobody. Teresa just got a fucked up temper. She gonna cuss and holler and scream. Oh! But that's where it's gonna start and stop. Has Teresa put? I don't know. Let me say this much. I don't watch Real Housewives of New Jersey like that. Has Teresa ever put her hands on somebody? Girl, and that's the gag, right? No, let's talk about it. Kenya brought some props to a show. Oh, I forgot she pushed Andy. She did push Andy. She pushed Andy. She did. Kenya brought some props to a show 9 seasons ago. That was season 6? Season 5? No, not season 5. Season 6? Season 5. No, season 5 was her first season. That's when she had the fan. Season 6. Season 6. No shade. Portia done got into 4 fights, got a mug shot, then threw plates, girl, then threw Bravo equipment, and girl, that just happened like 2 years ago. And y'all still talking about that fucking megaphone and that scepter from season 6. You know how much shit that happens? Girl, you know how much shit that happens? Girl, since then, girl, Portia was throwing plates across a motherfucking room. Plates, not plastic, porcelain, bitch. Glass. Portia was picking up whole microphones and trying to chunk them at somebody. Girl, what? Girl, that happened 2 years ago? And y'all still got the nerve to be talking about a goddamn megaphone and a scepter. Girl, stop. Girl, Portia tore that set up. And then tried to have her boyfriend locked up in a Mexican jail. Not boyfriend, baby daddy in a Mexican jail. And y'all swear up and down that Kenya is the most violent girl person on TV. No, she is not. No, she is not. No, she has not. No, she is not. Portia was just throwing plates across a room. Plates. Bitch, plates. You know what I mean? Girl. That's why I be so confused. Oh, God, I'm so confused. She lifted her chair just like Sheree lifted Kim's wig. Kenya did an apology to her for that as well. What now? Jay Darkness, thank you. Girl. That's what I'm saying. Like, we get it. Like, okay, Kenya did the scepter. Kenya, she pulled Kim Phil's chair. But the simple fact that some people like it's like not y'all. But I feel like if I say, girl, Portia stood over Cynthia, girl, Kenya pulled out Kim Phil's chair. Girl, Portia, was throwing plates across the room. Girl, Kenya pulled out Kim Phil's chair. Girl, what? Like, I get it. Kenya was out of line for touching that lady's chair, but girl, you cannot compare that to throwing plates across the room. Girl, you just cannot. Girl, you cannot. But some of the people say you can, though, girl. Hey, cousin. I have a question. Why do you think people don't like Kenya but love Phaedra and Portia? Um, I think they like Portia because Portia, girl, we're just gonna call a thing a thing. Portia gets off dumb, ditzy, blonde. I think that people like Portia, especially the gays and a lot of the girls, because Portia is the big booty girl with big titties, and she can dress, and she's cute, and she have nice weave, and her makeup be together. They go up for Portia and how she looks physically. No tea, no shade. The gays love a bad bitch. They just do. And girls love looking at a bad bitch too. I like a pretty smart girl. That's been I like I've always went up for a pretty smart girl. If you see the people who I'm always going up for, they're smart and they're probably pretty. To me. Um with Phaedra, I just think Phaedra, I think this is what I think. I think that with Phaedra, it came it people didn't like Kenya. Okay? So because people didn't like Kenya, anybody that was against Kenya, people loved. So I think with Phaedra, because Phaedra didn't fool with Kenya, and because people didn't like Kenya, they automatically just went up for Phaedra. With Portia, I think it's more so of Portia um, being the pretty dumb girl. Y'all act as if Teresa was a Hulk when she pushed Andy out of her way to get to Danielle. It's no way the same to Portia's fights. Nene knocking the cameraman's tooth out, etc. Y'all comparing apples to oranges. I feel like that too. Because even when her putting her hands on Andy, girl, like, I mean, I guess, but do you think her behavior towards production is true, and that's why production are pulling these stunts and shows? Yeah, yeah, and I think that once they caught, I think definitely once they probably got caught of Kenya doing the interview, um, they pulled her scenes from the. I think her doing the interview didn't help. That's what I think. Um, thank you, Abu. They don't like Kenya because at one point her looks and her intelligence put her in a global pedestal and the most the most world can't achieve. Why? Which is why when they want to insult her, they go for her looks. Yep. 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 That's exactly what it is. The first thing they go for is if Kenya got bad skin, Kenya's booty. When the truth of the matter, let me shut up. I was about to start saying, I was about to get real mean. But yeah, I think that's why people go up for um I think that's why people go up for Portia. Because Portia is like the ditzy, just kind of like and then when you add in the fact that Portia has a nice body, Portia isn't ugly on the eyes, Portia can dress, right? And it's kind of like, oh, we go up for her. Did I? Oh, come on. Okay, sorry, Angie. Everything Simon has done, she could do for herself. I know she be looking out the blinds daily to see that moving truck. to see that moving truck parked outside though. Okay. We know Portia about that body, girl. Girl. Right. Girl, yes. Like even when Phaedra used to try to come for Kenya's skin, girl, let me shut up. Let me shut up. It's never been a requirement to be on the show. No. Andy, I remember Andy saying that if you had an aspiration to be married and have kids, that was okay with him too. Am I like? Didn't he say that? Like you didn't necessarily have to be married. Now it don't. Now it don't. It's just like girl. It is. It. I think sometimes. Don't get it twisted. I get it because I feel the same way about Basketball Wives. I I get the title of the shows. We give too much attention to the title of these shows. The title of these shows don't mean shit. Because I heard on Real Housewives of New York before, when none of them heifers over there married. I never saw the Real Housewives of New York viewers complaining about none of them being married. It's girl, no tea, no shade. I have never seen anything that's attached to the house to the hashtag RHO Roni. I've never heard any of the viewers online complaining about them being mad. It only be the black girl, no tea, no shade. Girl, y'all would dispose of a bitch quick when she ain't got no man beside her. No tea, no shade. Girl. Because the white girls, they didn't give a fuck about Ramona not being married. They didn't give a fuck about Luann or Simone or whatever they name. They didn't give a fuck about none of them being married. Not one Leanne, whatever her name is. The only time I really see the girls complaining about the girls being married, girl, I ain't never heard nobody complain about Sutton not being married. It really just be like Atlanta. It really do. Girl, they cannot stand when the girls don't be married. Like, god damn. Quad. But I get it in some aspects because look at my lip. Like I said, Basketball Wives get on my nerves. I don't know why I got so frustrated. Jill and Ramona were married. They were. I thought Ramona was divorced. I thought Ramona was single. Ramona was married. You're not even married to medicine, my love. Ramona was married. I thought all those ladies were single. They were. Hold up. Ramona was married when she left the show. The only person Ramona was married when she left the show. Because I ain't know Ramona had no man. I mean, I ain't know Ramona was married. No, she wasn't. That's what I thought. None of them are married. That's what I was thinking too. The point I'm making is even if they were married after they got a divorce, like were people just like I think what it is like when the girls get a divorce, y'all be ready to dispose of them. Like, bitch, you ain't no good. You ain't got no man. Get the fuck off the show. Like, I don't think that's a topic of conversation as it pertains to Ramona and Sonya and the other girls. They just want like even when they said that they were getting a new cast, people were pissed off that they were getting rid of the old cast. Like they did with Quad. I didn't like that either. They did do that to Quad. They really did. After Quad got a divorce, it was like, okay, she needs to leave the show. What? At one point, none of the women on NYC were married. That's what I thought. The entire cast was single slash divorced slash married. That's what I thought too. I just knew that none of them at one point, girl, were married. Like not one person on the show. Now, were they married 15 years ago? Probably so. But at one point, I remember none of the women on Real Housewives of New York, bitch, being married. And nobody was trying to kick them off the show just because they didn't have a man beside them. With the black girls, y'all be like, girl, get them hoes out of here. Get them out. Let them go. I thought that shit was weird. That's another thing too, girl. How so many people, even though Quad and Dr. G both admitted to fighting, how so many people, girl, you wanted Quad off the show, but wanted this nigga who was over there pulling Quad by her hair back on TV. I thought that shit was whack as fuck. Girl. That's why I'll be understanding some people mind. Like I don't understand it. Y'all, that's why I said not y'all, not y'all, not y'all. But I felt like people wanting Dr. G back on the show was some bullshit. Dr. G ain't never did nothing on that show to the point where y'all, not y'all, where people should have felt that they needed him back on the show. Now I can understand if Dr. G was a Peter. Okay? I could see if Dr. G was a Peter who actually used to clock in for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now that would make sense. But Dr. G ain't never did shit. Never. Nothing. Toya want to quad off the show. You better go. I ain't gonna lie. Mariah did crazy. You better get your chiropractor. Baby, girl, that shit was funny to me. Better get your chiropractor. Okay. I girl. I don't even do hookah. Girl, when I tell you this shit was hilarious. I miss Mariah on Married to Medicine. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was a little too much. When they was accusing Quad, when they was accusing Toya of trying to break into of setting up a robbery, I was like, oh girl. Even because Quad has just kept Dr. Heavenly, Quad, and Anila, that was all in on that shit together. But that even for me, that was a lot. I was like, oh girl, y'all doing a lot. But Anila is gone. But I saw her. I saw her. I think Anila gone, but I think Anila gonna try to pull a Carrie. You know how, like I heard, you know how I think didn't Dr. Heavenly say that Carrie wasn't getting paid? She was just coming around on the show. I think I could see Anila pulling a stunt like that too, because Anila want to be on TV. So even though she might not be getting paid, I could see Anila still trying to tag around Toya, and her and Toya just being cool, and her coming in shooting a couple of scenes. I remember Carrie's husband back in the day being cute as hell. That white man, he was cute to me. Yeah, Carrie, I don't really like when they throw the one white woman in. I don't like it when they even do it with the one. It has to flow. If it don't flow, I don't like it. If it don't flow, I don't want to see it. I don't think Ebony K. Williams flowed with Real Housewives of New York. I don't think that Anila flowed with Married to Medicine. I think I liked her husband, Dr. Karen. He was cute as fuck. Girl, Dr. Karen was cute as fuck to me. Especially when he grew that beard out. I said, "Ooh, yes." I just don't like it. I need for it to make sense. Stop just throwing some random black woman in a group of white women, and stop throwing some random white woman in a group of black women. I don't like it. I just don't. With Garcelle, Beverly Hills, it actually flowed to me. It flowed to me. Ebony, it didn't flow. Anila didn't flow. Carrie, no. I don't want it. I don't want it. New York, I think it flows. You got some of everybody, some of everything. Hey, you got some of everybody on that show, honey. I said, girl, talking about a meeting of the nations, honey. Girl. Anila wasn't bad. Okay, Anila wasn't bad. Okay, I'm being too hard on Anila. Anila wasn't bad. She wasn't bad. She wasn't. She was. I think I was just being mean. Okay, Anila wasn't bad. She wasn't. She wasn't like bad, but I like the reboot too. Girl, do y'all think Brian is doing too much? Girl, Brian is doing too much. No, I don't think Adela was like that bad of an addition. Brian is doing Brian make me uncomfortable, girl. She do that flirting shit. What did I write? Girl, this is exactly what I wrote on my paper. Brian is embarrassing. Y'all listening? This is exactly what I wrote. Brian is embarrassing. Everything is sexual or about a man or flirting with a man. That's exactly what I put. Brian is embarrassing. Everything is sexual or about a man or flirting with a man. Those are the notes that I put. Brian is cool. But girl, I don't think Brian really trying to fuck nobody's husband. I hope not. But Brian, girl, you be doing, girl, it's like, girl, you don't know when to stop. Girl, when you, girl, diva, I was watching I was watching your recap earlier when you said that girl, she works at Samantha Jones. When I tell you, I hollered. Brian is worse than Samantha Jones. Brian is she be doing too much. I like Aaron. I know, girl. I don't even want to get started. I know Aaron is a Trumpster, or whatever y'all call him. I like Aaron. I do. But yeah, girl, Brian is worse than Samantha Jones. Girl, like Brian. I mean, Brian, girl, everything ain't gotta be so like. She don't know how to just like do it one time and leave it alone. Like, hey, Gabe, and then be done. Girl, the people, girl, she did know that. Girl, she donated to Trump. She did. But girl, Aaron is cool. Girl. That bitch ain't the only one who donated to Trump. I think some of the black ones did too. Quiet as it's kept. I can't want to be honest about it. Shit. Oh, they Republican. I don't know why y'all be trying to act. Don't see no shade. I know to me it is a difference between somebody who supports Trump and a Republican. Girl, most niggas are actually Republicans if you really want to be honest about it. Y'all just vote Democrat. But girl, the truth of the matter is y'all really are conservative like a motherfucker. Y'all just don't want to admit it. Y'all think the same way that y'all think. Girl, let me shut up. Y'all might not be no Trumpsters, but y'all damn sure Republicans and conservatives. Cause bitch, y'all be conservative as hell. Okay, hell yeah. That's why I be trying not to get up. I try not to get. Hey, what's up, M. Conzi? I try not to get caught up in that because the truth of the matter is, girl, we can talk about the white people all day, but y'all niggas in the same boat as them. I don't know why y'all be trying to act like y'all not conservatives. I don't know why y'all trying to act like that. Okay, girl, y'all thoughts line up right with them. So, girl, vote for who you want to vote for. Girl, I don't care, but girl. I don't care. Like I said, girl, I don't care about Aaron voting for no goddamn Trump. Girl, I don't care. Girl, I just want to watch the show. Aaron is cool. Girl, can I tell you, girl? Girl, some of y'all gonna get mad at what I'm about to say. Y'all know I go up for her. Y'all know who I think gonna be a flop, low key, and I think they're trying to make her that girl, but I don't think she really gonna be that girl though. Jenna. Hey, Monica. I do like Jessa. Jessa is a kiki to me. Jenna. I don't think Jenna is gonna give the kids what. I don't think Jenna gonna give the kids what we thought she was gonna give. I don't think Jenna is gonna last too long because Jenna doesn't like conflict. She gets nervous. Girl, I just said, oh my God, Jenna doesn't like conflict. She doesn't. Jenna doesn't like conflict, and then she tries to weasel her way out of shit when she knows it's not the truth. Like even with the whole cackling hags comment, Jenna, you know damn well that's not no compliment. Okay, now is it enough to fight over? Like, no. If somebody call you a cackling hag, I'm not saying go upside their head, but it's also not something that you would be like, oh girl, I would just take it as a compliment. Girl, no, the fuck you wouldn't. I don't think that Jenna's gone. Okay, there we go. Jenna is good for aesthetics. That's it. Jenna is just there because she's Jenna Lyons. That's it. Outside of that, baby, I don't know what Brian do for work. Okay. And she says she grew up poor. So I'm trying to figure out how a bitch that grew up poor, girl, I ain't seen you not work not one time. Bitch, I done seen Aaron work. Girl, I done seen Sai work. Girl, I done seen Jessa work. Girl, I done seen Jenna work. Girl, who else on the show? Girl, who else on the show? Girl, I done seen all them hoes work except for Brian. Brian ain't picked up shit. Girl, I ain't seen her pick up no microphone. I ain't seen her pick up no MacBooks and no email. But I ain't seen Brand send an email, nothing. Sigh, bitch, we done seen Sigh work. Bitch, on Uber, bitch, we done seen Uber work. Girl, we done seen everybody work except for Brent. Brent ain't sent an email. I ain't seen Brent on no business call. Girl, Brent been playing chess and checkers. Girl, she be drunk and trying on clothes and flirting with people men. shout out to Brent. Oh, girl. Shout out to Brent, honey. No, Brent do work. Brand works. I'm just saying we haven't seen it on the show. Oh, child. Yeah, she's like a brand manager or something like that. Yeah. Give me rich professional working woman, okay? I like Jenna, but Jenna is gonna have to. I like Jenna, but Jenna is. I don't have no issue with none of the girls. I will say this much about Sai though, but let me go back. I like Jenna. I just think that Jenna should just be. I feel like Jenna not being. She don't like conflict, and I feel like because she doesn't like conflict, she's willing to like tell a lie, low key. I don't like conflict. Oh my God, girl, you telling the people what I said. So let me just try and like put the fire out. Girl, cackling hags is not that bad, Jenna. It's not like I said, it ain't nothing to go fight somebody over. But girl, if somebody call you a cackling hag, I could be like, girl, I could see somebody saying like, bitch, what? You know? You're gonna get a response if you call somebody a cackling hag. Sai. Okay, let's be honest about Sai. Sai is cool. Can I say something, y'all? I feel like Sai and Brian, they both come across as thirsty. At first, I felt like Uber was kind of thirsty too. But Sai comes across a little thirsty to me. She cool. I felt like at first Uber was coming across thirsty for camera time. I feel like Brian comes across as thirsty for camera time. But Sai, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm just like calling out Sai the most. I think it was like the whole toilet tissue stuff. Like, girl, you really bringing toilet tissue to somebody? Care like, girl, are you really bringing toilet tissue to somebody's house? Like, I get it. We're shooting a show. But like, are you really bringing toilet tissue to somebody's house? Sai cool. No, Sai is cool. But I also feel like you bringing toilet tissue to somebody's house. Jessa is my least favorite. My least favorite, but she's necessary. Girl, Jessa is a kicker to me, girl. I just don't want Jessa to change. Jessa say shit. Jessa say shit, and then maybe Jessa don't know. Jessa will say something, but she'll act like she don't know why somebody's offended. Like, what the fuck? And then like you can't understand why somebody will feel some type of way about you calling them a cackling hag. But girl, then you get upset because you said that somebody called you a princess. Like, in Aaron's defense, Aaron didn't call you no princess. You called yourself a princess. You called Aaron a cackling hag. Okay? But you done made up in your mind that's what Aaron was calling you. Aaron didn't call you that. Just like you made up in your mind your husband called you a bitch. Your husband didn't call you no bitch. Girl, you called yourself a bitch. But Jessa is fun. I'm sorry. Jessa, I love Jessa. Jessa is a kiki to me. There we go. I think Jessa really doesn't see or understand it. I want her to stay that way. Because I feel like what's going to happen is, I think that after this season, I think that Jessel, if the people don't take to her, I can see her trying to come back and change up how she is. No, girl, just stay the way that you are. I don't like Justice. She's my least fave. Justice Hudson is so fine to me. Justice Hudson is funny to me. Just bitch, them hoes, girl. Just want to spend $62,000 for those kids to go to school. Did y'all hear what the fuck I just said? 62,000, girl. That man do not understand. I understand both sides. I understand both sides. Okay, girl. I understand. Jessa wants to set her kids up for success, but I also understand them babies ain't doing. Girl, that's why I guess this is the poor. This is the poor in me, girl. What the fuck them kids gonna be doing right now for $62,000? Girl, them kids is one. Girl, them kids are one. And you want us to pay $62,000 per kid? That's per girl, per girl. Girl, they got two. Oh, you have to enroll them super early. So when would they be going to school? So okay. So you enroll them now. So like whenever they turn like 3 or 4, they're already accepted. Is that how it works? I don't know. The earlier, or would they still be going to school now? Age 3 and okay. So they're enrolling them now. So once they get to 3, then they'll already have the okay. But that's still a lot though. But girl, but like I also said too, I feel like that's how the people do it though. They set their kids up early. Uber is a friend of. Uber could have been a friend. Quiet as it's kept. I could see Uber is a friend, low key. Thank you for the $4.99. Thank you. Uber could be a friend, quiet as it's kept. No tea, no shade. But I like the fact, girl. But I don't know though, because I like the fact that Uber brought Aaron down to that jewelry store and was like, "Girl, this is my hookup. Holla if you hear me, girl. They're gonna let you look. They're gonna let you borrow a little jewelry." I said, "Oh, I like that. Come on, connections, bitch. Because girl, I can't do it. Bitch, I get my earrings from the jewelry store, okay, for $3.99. Okay, so that's why I feel like Uber should stay a house because it looked like Uber got some connections. Baby, bitch, when Uber said, what did she say about depending on a girl, depending on if she dates you, is depending on how tall you stand when you stand on your wallet? I said, bitch, it. Okay, I feel like I'm about to start going up for Uber. Bitch, when Uber said, girl, once you stand on your wallet, depending on how tall you are, that's gonna determine if she dates you or not. I said, bitch, yes, ma'am. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Okay, bitch, bitch. Okay, shit. But I will say this much: I think the girls need to give the show a chance. If you're not watching Real Housewives of New York, y'all definitely need to. It's really a good show, y'all. It really is. I like it because it's just for me. I think that it's what like a housewife show is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about, this is just for me. To me, it's supposed to be about petty arguments, dumb shit, right? You see the girls go out shopping, they're them borrowing jewelry, right? I feel like it's a good show. I feel like it's a good show. It's a good reboot. It really, really is. They made me tired. I never watched the old New York. I saw episodes here and there, but I never watched it though. So when they said I was like, okay, I could just start. It's a new cast, so I could just start out, But it's a good season. The people are upset a little bit, but it's still a good season. I think the New York fan viewers, I think that's why some people are not watching because bitch, a multicultural cast, yes. Yeah, it's new and improved. Yeah, they got a whole new cast. Honey, they fired everybody and brought in all new women. It's a good cast. It really is. Everybody seems cool. I mean, I don't dislike nobody. My eyes on, I got my good eye on some of them. Brian, okay, who be doing too fucking much. Sai be doing too much low key too. She ain't flirt with nobody's husband. I think what it is, I think Sai want a problem. Like, okay, I'm not mad at Sai for leaving the party because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I have done that too. Girl, bitch, if it's a lot going on, baby, I will walk out. Girl, I'm about to go. Girl, I did that. I've done that. I've done that recently. Well, like in the last year. Yes. Girl, and walk and slide right on out the door. Okay. But I feel like for some reason, I don't know why I feel like I'm picking. I feel like I'm picking y'all. For some reason, I feel like Sai did that to have an issue with Aaron. I don't know why I feel that way. I feel like Sai want an issue. I do. Am I picking? Maybe I'm picking on Sai. Real Housewives of New York. I like all the girls. Okay, I think that's what it is. Sai wants to be the it girl, the audience favorite, and it's coming off force so far. That's what it is. That's what it is with me. I feel like Sai wants to be the girl, but it's not connecting with me. Like, I feel like even though I like all the girls, I feel like I'm connecting more with Jessel because I feel like Jessel really ain't putting on no show. I feel like Jessel really is giving you like, girl, bitch. Like, I feel like Jessel is a mess for real, for real. Okay, and I don't think that's Jessel. Like, I don't know. I just have this thing about people being authentic, if that makes sense. Like, one of the reasons why I used to go up for Sutton, when Sutton first came on, I loved Sutton because I felt like Sutton was really, like, she was being her authentic self. I was like, this bitch is crazy. Sutton was a key to me. Girl, Sutton was a key to me. But I like Sutton, though, because I felt like she wasn't trying to be nothing else but herself. I like Sutton. I like Jessel. Sai is cool, but I think Sai is trying to force it. Aaron cool to me too. Uber cool. Jennifer, all the girls are cool. All the girls are cool. Jessel is clueless but messy. Yes. Even when she was talking about the sponsors, hell, girl. Oh shit. Oh, girl, thank you, girl. One thing I don't like about this new mic, with the other mic I had, it would let me know when it went out. With this mic, I don't be know. I have to really look at the button, the green light, and I don't be knowing when it go out. That's the only thing about this new mic I fucking hate it. Anyways, but yeah, like, I'm about to go anyways, y'all, because we've been on here too long. But I thought Sutton was funny as fuck. Everybody cool. I like everybody on the show. But oh, the sponsors. Even when Jessica was talking, when Jessica bitch, when Jessica said, bitch, when Jessica said, bitch, what did she say? What did Jessica say? Jessica said she's giving an all inclusive apology. I said, bitch, what? Jessica said I'm giving one apology, and that's gonna have to cover everything. I'm not apologizing. It's just funny to me. I can't sue Jessica. I can't see Jessica She's face. I think Jessica is a kiki. And I think I don't know. Jessica is a kiki to me, child. It really was. I love the dynamic between Jessel and Aaron. I just do. I think it's giving a good frenemy. I think it's giving a good frenemy situation. Girl, she said I'm giving her. She said I feel like my apology was an all-inclusive apology. You know what I mean? I said, God no. Justin said I'm apologizing one time. You hear me? She said I'm apologizing one time, and that's why I have to cover everything I done did, okay? Because I'm not going down the line apologizing for different stuff, girl. I'm sorry. But girl, they was talking about Jessel. They was talking about the sponsors. Yeah. Did you see the invitation to the anniversary with all those sponsors? Well, I was hollering. Jessel is. I'm sorry. Jessel is a kiki to me. Jessel is a kiki. That's all I can say. They are. Jessel and Aaron are the cornerstones of the show so far. They really are. I'm telling you, you need to watch Q. The show is good. Like, when you watch, it's just like funny shit to me. Like, everybody has their funny moments. Girl. Jessel is pretentious and it works. It does. Jessel reminds me of Jennifer Aiden. I was like, who was Jennifer Aiden? But girl, the sponsors, I didn't see a big deal with the sponsors. Girl, quality is kept. Cause to me, okay, what I thought about was that means that they didn't pay for. That means that they didn't come out of pocket, right? Pretentious but mad someone thinks she's a princess, okay? That means that they didn't come out. That means that Abe and Aaron didn't really come out of pocket, right? I didn't feel like nothing wrong. I was like, girl, I'm sure, let me say something. I'm sure that shit was expensive. Excuse me. That looked like a real ass. You know how like some of the girls on some of the shows, remember how, girl, no tea, no shade. Remember Fallon when she threw the Halloween party and it was just the cast, a party? Girl, this looked like a real party. Like, girl, it looked like a big ass venue, decoration. Like I said, I bet that shit was expensive as fuck. So my whole thing is like, girl, if she can get it sponsored, then girl, why not? Fallon is a mess. And I think, let me say something. And I think it's absolute. Girl, I'm about to go. Yeah, and I think it's absolutely, yes, I was about to get into that heifer ass. Let me say something. Listen, y'all know I try to be team woman, but when y'all asses be wrong, y'all asses be dead ass wrong. Fallon, you dead ass wrong. You trifling as fuck. It's actually disgusting for you to walk around here thinking that it's cute to have the groomer girl across your fucking chest. That is gross. I get that in some situations you turn whatever into, Candy turned the sex dungeon thing into a tour made some money. Okay, girl, I think that's a little different. Girl, I think that what Fallon is doing is absolutely disgusting. It really is. It really is. Girl, there's nothing to brag about, girl. I said, girl, this bitch is simple-minded. I cannot stand. I did not think that was cute. I didn't think that was cute. I didn't think that was cute at all. When I first saw it, I said, bitch. I said, bitch, hold up. Girl, you about to sell this? I think Fallon is the girl who has gotten away with just being the pretty girl and whatever Blasian, whatever she is, the pretty girl with the good hair. And I feel like Fallon, she feels that she can get away with certain shit. Like, girl, who told you to do some shit like that? Like, for real, who told you to do some shit like that? Girl, Fallon is a mess. And y'all only, not y'all, not because I feel like a lot of us on the same page. I feel like the people that don't care. See, this is where the pretty privilege kicks in. Hello? The people that don't care is because of how Fallon looks. This is where the pretty privilege starts to kick in. They don't care. No tea, no shade. Just like Portia. That's why people don't care, because Portia looks a certain way. That's why the people that don't care about the groomer stuff is because of the way Fallon looks. That heifer is not. I said, this is so disgusting and gross. Who the fuck? Who is walking around with a t-shirt that says the groomer? Did y'all buy that shirt? Did y'all buy one of them shirts? Did y'all buy one of those shirts that says the groomer? Girl, why would you walk around with a shirt that says the groomer? Like, who the fuck is that? Girl, this heifer had on a shirt that said the groomer, and she's selling them. She has a shirt that says the groomer, and she's selling the shirts. Or she was going to start selling the shirts. I said, this bitch is crazy. I said, oh, baby, Oh, baby, she crazy. I said, oh, she crazy. Girl, you're weird. Girl, you're weird as fuck. Girl, you're weird. Girl. Bitch. Who the fuck, girl? Who the fuck get, girl, if somebody like the groomer. Girl, I would be ready to whoop your ass. Girl, you just call me a groomer? But no, girl, that's how I know it's probably true. That girl got 4 kids. What? 4 baby daddies? 3 baby daddies? Fallon is weird and slow. You know she had to be slow as fuck. Girl, with no tea, no shade. Girl, you know she had to be slow as fuck to cheat on Simon with the pool boy. Slow ass hell. A mess. And no, before y'all even get started, and no, that don't give Portia no pass. They all ain't shit. That's all that means. Now, Simon probably was telling the truth about that heifer. But Simon, you ain't shit either. Y'all be trying to get Portia a pass. Portia don't get no pass. Because Portia was still wrong. Portia was still wrong. Fallon was wrong, but Portia was wrong, and Simon was wrong. And Jalen was wrong. Like, they all wrong. Portia is not justified. She's not not justified. She's not vindicated. She's really not, y'all. Like I said, let me give you an example. If you invited me to your house, say we shooting the show. We still dragging Portia. Still dragging. Girl, say you invited me into your house, and I knew you was cheating on your man. And I knew you was cheating on your man with every nigga in the neighborhood. But you invite me into your house, and then I walk into your house and fuck your man. What would you say? Would you say, I don't know, Rodney is justified because Fallon was cheating on Simon. He was cheating on the husband anyways. Or would you think I need my ass whooped? Because what a lot of people are trying to do is say that Portia has been vindicated and she was justified for doing what she did because Fallon was cheating on Simon. No. Fallon was cheating on Simon. I'm building a friendship with my coworker. I invite you into my house. Yeah, you probably know I'm a hoe and I'm fucking everybody in Atlanta, but bitch, that don't give you the right. I'm not inviting no bitch into my house to walk out with my nigga. Hello? Hello, somebody? I don't know why. I feel like that's like 1 + 1. I really feel like that's 1 + 1. And then Simon, girl, quiet because y'all know Simon and Portia was probably already fucking. Remember that fist bump? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And then remember Simon, oh creepy ass. What was creepy was Simon sitting in the back while Portia and all the girls were in the pool. Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember when all the girls, Portia, the sister, whoever else was there, they were all in the back. They were all in the pool, and Simon was still outside just looking at them. Tanya, that's what it was. It's Tanya time, plotting. I said, no ma'am. How did Simon follow me? I don't know. It's saying said hi in Canada. Girl, somebody said in the comments that Tanya and Paul broke up. That's what they said. Paul was cheating on Tanya. Paul's story changed. Girl, I think Tanya's story changed 3 times when she was trying to explain what Paul was doing. Paul was cheating on Tanya. Girl, let me show. Allegedly. Girl, I don't even care. Girl, let me shut up. That ain't got nothing to do with me. No, you know Tanya was in her. Girl, let me shut up. Let me shut up. Girl, Tanya was in that bed. Girl. What? Let me ask y'all. What y'all think Tanya was doing in that bedroom with Bolo and Portia? What y'all think Tanya was doing in that room with Bolo and Portia? Girl, let me shut up. Let's stop being messy. Let me shut up. That was girl. That was her reading the Bible. They were on their knees reading the Bible. Girl, praying to the Lord. You know Portia. Wasn't Portia like a minister or something? Well, they wasn't there praying, honey. They was on their knees. Shout out to Tanya. Shout out to Tanya. Girl, God, I bet that was in there. Girl, I know them posters in there fucking and eating pussy and all types of shit. Girl, let me shut up. I ain't even been drinking. I know Tanya and Portia was in there. You know Portia is an old nasty freak. Girl, I know Portia and Tanya was in there with Bolo, and I know they tore that room to shreds. When Portia was comparing gay people to murderers. And she on the stage, girl, with that homosexual spirit in her. Girl, it be them be the ones. Remember, Portia, one of you bitches gonna eat my pussy tonight. Them be the ones. The ones who be the loudest talking about we going to hell. Well, bitch, you gonna be right there beside me. Talking about one of you bitches eating my pussy tonight. I said, what? Oh. That's what Portia said. Portia said, well, y'all eat my pussy tonight. And I said, well, I'll be good. Portia was just like a DL nigga. Girl, we all going to hell. Girl, we all going to hell. Girl, God don't love us, and the whole time, honey, she a full-blown bisexual. She's a fucking full-blown bisexual. And she trying to send us to hell and compare us to murderers. And the whole time, honey, she like a little cat. Girl, she look a little cat on the weekend. Okay? I take Monday, Tuesday, you take Thursday, Friday. I think I got it covered for the weekend. I think a lot of booty cat on the weekend. Girl, she like a little pussy on the weekend, okay? Hey, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with Boochie Cat. I mean, it's not my ministry, but ain't nothing wrong with Boochie Cat. What's that? I like Boochie Cat on the weekend, honey. You take Monday, Thursday, okay? I think I got it covered for the weekend. I know that's right. Shout out to all the people who like Boochie Cat. I might try it one day. It seems like it might be fun. That's what the people say. The people say it's fun. So I said, let me dip my toe in the lady pond. I said, girl, let me dip my toe in the lady pond and see what's going on. Cause, honey, I might dip and not come back, honey. Okay. Tip on hardwood floors. Tins across the board. Yes. Okay. You're gonna called Boochie Cat one day? I'm not pansexual, no. Mm-mm. Girl. Yes, trans men, yes. I'm not no pansexual, baby. No, that's Wayne. That's Wayne. I like men. Okay? Men and men only. Okay. Girl, I'm not wearing no silver, girl. I'm not wearing no silver. I'm wearing black to the concert. I'm wearing black. I think. I gotta find another outfit. I got one outfit. It's real just simple, cute, to the point. But I need to find another outfit just in case if it's hot. Girl, you know, September ain't too far from, you know. It's the end of August already. So September, the concert is only a month away. So I just need to find something else just in case. I did want to wear silver, I'm not gonna lie, because I found something that I thought was actually cute as hell. It's a woman's jacket. Yeah. But it's not a thick jacket, it's like a thin jacket. Girl, it's cute. It's real cute. But I also don't want to look like, I mean, no shade to the girls who are in costumes. I also don't want to look like I have on a costume. Even though I kind of get it though. It's kind of like Renaissance period, blah, blah, blah. You know. Like Bobby Light's outfit was cute to me. I wouldn't wear it, but you riding like that stud energy, okay? I wouldn't wear it, but I thought it was cute though. You know, you can have an appreciation for stuff even though it might not be my style. But I wouldn't wear it, but I thought it was cute. But I don't want to look like I have on a costume. I still want to look like I got on clothes. That's just for me. That's just for me. So yeah, one of my outfits I feel like it's gonna be cute and simple. But then I need to find something else just in case it's hot as fuck outside. Cause I got this. I'm gonna tell you, I got this oversized blazer. Girl, it's cute. I'm not gonna show y'all right now. It is cute, and it's not like no regular blazer. No, whatever regular blazer you got in your head, get it out. It's complete. Whatever you thinking is not what you thinking. But it's cute, real cute. I'm not gonna show y'all right now. I'm not gonna show y'all right now. It's cute. It's cute though. It's so cute. I was like, okay, this is cute. This is cute.